What's up, Wolfpack? It is the most electric man in survival entertainment, back again with another video. And this time I'm going to try something different. I'm going to call this section Armchair Musings. That's where I'm going to sit in a nice comfy chair like this one, and I'm going to discuss things that I think about. Now, it's usually going to be adventure or survival related, but it might not be. Sometimes we'll see what happens. So today's subject, as you probably saw from the title, is bugging out in an RV. Now, I know I have an RV, so you're probably thinking, oh, Ratty, you got a little bit of confirmation bias there. You might be right, but hear me out first. Now, I know everybody has this romantic idea of grabbing their trusty bug out bag, an AR, and taking off into the woods and survive. Well, it's not always going to work like that. First of all, it might not be a end of the world kind of disaster that you're bugging out from. Take my example. Year was 2016, 2017, somewhere in there. That was when the fires hit Fort McMurray. I ended up bugging out my entire family in a Jeep Patriot. For those of you who don't know, that's pretty much the smallest Jeep you can get. So this was 3 adults, 1 child, 2 dogs, 2 cats, all crammed into a little tiny Patriot. The first night we bugged out, we slept in that Jeep because that was as far as we made it. We slept in a parking lot in that Jeep. That was not a good sleep. And then we stayed in hotels, and we stayed at my dad's place. The hotel wasn't bad, but that gets expensive quick. Staying at my dad's was, well, imagine the holidays, but you have no choice. Yeah, it was like that. So I hummed and hawed for a few years because I was like you. I don't need a camper. I don't need an RV. I'll sleep on the ground. Doesn't always work like that. Sometimes you're just leaving home because of a disaster and the rest of the world is still normal. Forest fires, floods, all that stuff. And you find yourself staying at places like hotels or relatives or wherever you can get. Now, this is where the RV comes in. You now have a home that you take with you everywhere you go. I mean, it's not as big as your regular house, but it is your space that comes with you everywhere you go. Now, I know what you're thinking. RVs are expensive. They don't have to be. I mean, yes, if you buy a 43-foot RV off the lot brand new, it's probably going to be expensive. But even if you just get a little tent trailer, I mean, you can get them as cheap as $1,000. And you don't need a special vehicle to tow them. I tow this with a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And you can get smaller ones that you can tow with cars and shit. So it's not about having a vehicle to tow. It's not about price. You can find one if you look hard enough. But it is about what they mean. When you have to go somewhere, especially unexpectedly, to have your own space to take with you can mean more than all the E-rations and all the rifles in the world. I promise you. Having your own place to stay is just fantastic. Even now, where I'm on trip to BC, having my own space where I am means so much. Now, there are some things I will suggest, like get a solar panel or a generator. I got a solar panel because my camper's only little. I'm probably going to get a second battery for it. Get a power drill for your jack stands. Trust me, it is the best money you ever spent. Get a mat. And basically make it your space. But it's your space that packs up and drags behind your vehicle to wherever you end up. Because that's the other thing, is you don't know where you're going to end up. You don't know if when you get there, everything's going to be sold out. But if you got an RV, as long as there's room at a truck stop, you got a place to sleep. That's not your vehicle. Now, there's all different types of RVs. There's the kind you drive, like that are hooked on a van body, or are a van. There's tow behinds like this one. There's the 5th wheels, but you need a big ass truck to tow. If you have a big ass truck already, perfect. But at the end of the day, there is one for you that will work as a bug out vehicle. Well, not a vehicle, but a bug out home. So yes, keep your bug out bag, keep your AR ready, just in case, you know, the aliens invade or the Russians invade and you gotta make off into the woods. But if you're just running from something like a flood or a fire, packing up the RV and hitting the road is always a good idea. Plus, you know, get out and take a vacation. It's worth it. So those are my thoughts on RVs. So until next time, and every time, is Wolf Cross saying, live forever, Wolf.